What the heck is going on, guys? My name is Driz, and today I'm going to teach you how to draw Wednesday Addams. So look at this. I'm drawing just big rectangles, big juicy shapes. This is what you want to do. You don't want to just jump into the detail right away. I used to do this, but overall you're going to get a more consistent result. You may have like your odd, it comes together really nicely if you just start with detail in a random area type of day, but unless you really want to have that consistency where everything is consistently good, you can't be doing no funny shit. All right, you gotta just lay down the big shapes, and it's kind of like just laying out the blueprint for a house. Okay, you want to just lay out that nice blueprint. That way there's no confusion, and really you're just smooth sailing. Think about like a paint by number piece. That's like a great way to think about it. It already comes like exactly how it looks. Like the paint by number piece, there's no confusion as to what it is that it is. Like, right, it looks just like the end result. The only thing that's left to do is to shade and color it. So that's pretty much what we're going for right here. First step is lay out all the big shapes. Second step is kind of to like do your line art, like make sure like turn that rectangle for the nose into an actual nose. Make that into the actual nose. Same with the braids right here. Make that long rectangle into, slowly more defined shapes, like more braids. But the point of having the layout is that you need to have like a great reference point for the rest of the detail. Like you really need to have that layout so that you don't get confused and you're not guessing where shit goes. So that's the whole thing. That's basically the entire tutorial right there. So I could stop and just stop talking, and maybe that's what you want. So let me know if I'm freaking annoying. Leave me a comment below, and maybe I'll just shut up in the rest of the videos. I'll even do shapes for the shadows as well. I don't just guess that too, and sometimes I do, I'm not gonna lie, but like it's not guessing because I already have the layout there. So it's really up to you. Like if you are good at guessing where stuff goes, then you don't need to have a reference. But and I mean like the reference, like the layout. I'm not talking about like a actual reference, but that is, necessary if you're drawing something that you've never drawn before. I don't even know, guys. All right, my brain is a little bit ADHD, so I'm sorry if it's hard to like follow along. I'm not trying to make myself sound like cool with the mental illness shit. I feel like that's a whole thing these days. Like people really want to be able to say they have a mental illness. Like I literally think that mental illness is sought after these days. Like people want to be like, oh, I have BPD, or I'm ADHD, bro. Like, oh my god, it sucks. Or like, I'm schizo, bro. Like that schizo one, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny. Or another big one, people say, oh, I'm autistic, man. I'm so autistic, bro. But, anyways. So, really, what I'm doing here is just shading. This is pretty much the entire thing. Like, the structure where you lay out the drawing, that literally takes, like, about 5 minutes. And then for the rest, like 4 hours of your drawing, it'll just be shading, defining the defining the details more, adding little eyelashes, adding highlights, coloring in the iris. So that's pretty much it, and you might have little microcosms of adding structure later on, where it's not just all in the beginning, where you could have forgotten a shadow, or like you forgot another part to it, like just stuff that like art. It's not a perfect practice, right? You're just gonna be doing what you feel is right at the right time for you. So, but generally the structure, then the detail, then shading, and we'll call it a fat day after that. Add some more details, but that's just how it goes, guys. So once you've been doing this long enough, you'll kind of have your own workflow. And flow is a huge part of this, guys. You want to get into the flow so that you're just constantly moving around. Like, the last thing you want is to be stuck on one part for a long time. And honestly, I don't even think I can do that, because I just get so bored. Like, I'm like, not that I'm bored, I just see another part that I'm like, oh, I need to fill this in right now. And it's really, that's how you can kind of relate it to music. Like, I also play music when I'm jamming with friends. I feel like, oh, I feel this part coming on, and I start like tapping on the hi-hat a little bit more. You know, it's just like, I do what feels right when I think I should do it, you know? So this is a very like holistic way to do this, but you know, generally this is pretty much the structure. Like, people will tell you go to many different artists, they will all tell you structure, then shading and detail. Those are kind of like the same thing. Not really. Like, shading will like be that'll describe the light aspect of it. Like, you can tell in this picture that the light source is coming from the upper right, just because most of the shadow is on the lower left. And, you know, just a little hack, you see on the left side of her cheek, or on her right cheek, I guess, you can see a little sliver of light beyond the shadow. That is called the bounce
light.
Or, you know, I forgot the other name, if there is another name for it, but that is the light bouncing off of something else and creating a secondary highlight. So main light's coming from the right, the upper right, you know, and then it's probably bouncing off the floor or something. And this is just life, guys. Take note of this, actually. Next time you're in public or wherever you are, and right now, you know, or when you're talking to someone, look at their face and see like that extra bounce
light.
It's not going to be just what you think it is. Like, life is more complex than what you think it is. I mean, I'm sure you knew that too, but like, there's more bounce
light
than you realize, is what I'm saying. So once you get these things in there, like the bounce
light,
there's certain things like that, and then like the water line under her, you know, on the bottom lid of her eye, where you can see a little white sliver. Those types of things, they seem like you could just like overlook them super easily, like it's not, you know, whatever. It's a small detail, whatever. But guys, it's the small details that make or break the drawing, okay? So make sure you get that in there. You could forget to put in the bottom eyelashes. Oh shit, you know, it's gonna just look off. It's still gonna look good. People will still compliment you on it, but it's not gonna look right, you know? And like, what do you want? What do you want out of this? Do you want to just keep being in your own mode and not progressing, not learning? Or do you want it actually to look good? Like, come on now. Hair, you know, honestly used to be my worst feature, my worst skill. And it probably is still, I'm not gonna lie. But like, guys, it looks pretty decent in this, you know. It's the same thing with the highlights too. Like, most of the highlight is going to be on the upper right part of her hair, because that's where the light source is coming from. But then again, there's going to be a little bit on the left, and then like that bounce
light,
and on the far left. And she got a little butt chin just like me, you know what I'm saying? You just can't see it because I got the beard, but you know, it is what it is. And guys, I think I'm going to actually just like, towards the end of this video, I'm going to start telling you a little story, because let me relate this real quick. It's going to be a stretch, but get this. My high school, one of the musicals they did when I was in senior year, I didn't do this musical, but it was in fact, like, I don't know, oh god, I'm blanking. The play with Wednesday Addams in it. Oh my god, I can't think of the name. I'll insert the name here.
The Addams Family.
So, I was auditioning for another play my junior year, because I really wanted to join musical theater, and I really wanted to like have a part in this. And I not this play specifically, but Mary Poppins. That was the play. I really wanted a part in it. I just wanted to join musical theater in general, because, you know, I wanted to come out of my shell. Like, I was already, you know, a little bit out of my shell. I said already twice, but I was already out of my shell a little bit. I really just wanted to come fully out though, and you know, I went to audition day. It was my turn to sing, and I had practiced this like two bar thing for like probably weeks now, and I had it memorized. Like, it was good, but like a son of a bitch, you know. Oh my god, stage fright kicked my butt, and I sang about like the first 2 lines right, and then I just forgot the rest, and all I could do was just apologize to them. Like, I felt so bad, like I was wasting their time. And I walked home that day. I fucking hated myself. And you know what? I actually got the part. So I got 2 parts, 2 leads. So that was so fun for me. And after that, every night of the show where everybody showed up, I did perfectly fine. It was actually so chill. Like, I was not nervous at all. I swear to God. And I got a little girlfriend out of that. So that was fun. It was a great time. So that's it, guys. That was another reason why I joined. I wanted to get a girlfriend. That's a nice hack for guys too. Like, mostly girls and gay guys. So if you're the only straight dude, you're gonna find a girl. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This was interesting, and I think you should subscribe, please, and watch out for more tutorials in the future. Bye bye.